yellow leather. How's it going, you guys? GT Charlie, man, back at it again with another one. Thank you so much for watching so far, you guys. Today we're just gonna get straight into it. We're gonna talk about the Lambo doors, the vertical doors, the whatever doors you want to call them, but the doors that go straight up on the cars. I did install that on my car. I'm not gonna lie about it. Let's just jump straight into it, you guys. So pretty much this is what happened so far. I got a really good deal on these doors. It was a kit. It was basically hinges and a hydraulic lift on the car. So basically you take out the fender, you put the kit on, you cut a little bit of your fender, and everything's back to normal again. I did take off those hinges literally the same week. I could not take it anymore. It was absolutely frustrating. A lot of people actually had a lot of questions about them, and I'm pretty much gonna answer everything that everybody asked here right now. Were they expensive? No, they weren't that expensive at all to me. I've had other parts on the car that were way more expensive. If you're gonna go and buy a kit like that, go ahead and just get it on eBay or wherever you want, but negotiate a price no matter what, because I couldn't justify buying that kit for like $1,000. It just wasn't worth it for me. Second of all, was it easy to shut the door? Was it hard? It was actually quite frustrating because when you open the door all the way, you know how there's like a click and then another click, right? With these doors, they actually just come out a little bit and then they go up. You can't put them so that they go straight up. You have to put it so that it's like out a little bit and then up. If you get the measurement wrong, you actually end up shooting the door way too far out and it'll bump your fender, which is what happened to mine, and it cracked the paint. It made it look really messy. You can't really tell with the vinyl on top of it, but it did look pretty bad. Did I have to cut up the fenders? Yes, absolutely yes. So you know how the fenders kind of like, the side that's closest to me, right? It kind of curves in a little bit. Well, that whole curvage, it's gotta go. You gotta use an angle grinder or Dremel to cut that thing off. The hinges actually pull out to that side there and then come up. Let me just go back on this topic. It was so frustrating to close that door and open that door. Those hydraulic lifts are so hard and my seats were so low. So literally when it was up in the air, I had to literally stand up, grab it, and like use my body weight to pull it down. Really frustrating. It was downtown Seattle, right? I was outside there maybe about like 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock. I was doing work, delivering. That door was just in the air. I remember it was raining, like water was getting everywhere. I was pulling these packages out, and not only that, but it was so windy in downtown Seattle at that time. My doors were shaking in the air. That was when I was just like, you know what? Like, it is not worth it for me to do this. Not only that, but because I'm coming in and out of my car like 20 times a day for deliveries back in the day, I was opening my door like really hard, so it would come all the way out. I would run in and then I'd close the door. Well, because of the kit, it only like opens halfway, and so I would run into my car, but literally like when it was open halfway, I would literally run into my car. The whole edge of it would shoot right into my stomach, man. I'm like, oh my gosh. That was a feeling that I really didn't miss, man. Very creative kit, it just didn't really work the way I wanted it to. A lot of people want to know too, can these doors go straight up? No, absolutely not. It just can't work that way. As much as I tried to, it just didn't work. I had to open it up just a little bit just to get it out and open and then up. Just think about the way the door already latches. So if you try to open it up right now, it has to get out of the latch first, like that latching area. Gotta get out of it first and then shoot up. Fitment was not an issue because I took a lot of time just lining up the bolts. I actually had my little brother hold up the door while I was bolting everything in. How long did it take? Actually, it took 4 hours to put on and cut everything. At the same time, at the end of the week when I was taking it off, it actually also took 4 hours to take off as well. It was more like 2.5, but I took a lot of breaks and I was just really tired of doing it anyway. How lucky are you guys today? Because I actually know how to go back into the past and show you guys exactly what it looked like. So if you guys are ready, let's go back into the past and see what past Charlie thought about all this. The doors was cool, but like it kept popping out over here and it was cracking right here. It just wasn't good for my job, you know? And I had to use this rubber band to keep the wire loom from sticking out. You know, I just wanted to do it and get it over with. I like 7-Eleven. full walk around here. Oh yeah, hi, how's it going?
Take picture.
Yeah, go, yeah. Thank you so much. That really means a lot to me. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much. Yeah, with these doors, I don't know. Like these doors, you know, if you're a delivery driver, you just can't do it. Like honestly, you can't. This wire loom was hanging out like the first week or two, and I had to rubber band them. You know, the hinges are very strong. I mean, they'll pull your doors up. They're really nice. However, if you screw up your little installation, or the wire loom keeps hitting out here, they'll kind of crack and bend at the fender. I'll show you what I had to cut to. It's not too much, just right here. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Here. So it's just a little square piece. Inside there, you can see like the hinges are kind of like sitting in there. I don't know. But yeah, so you have to cut a little bit there. This car was this car was pretty fun to cut, to be honest with you. You know, and I'm really thinking about doing wide body pretty soon. Back from the past, how you guys feel, man? Crazy, isn't it? I do remember now those wire looms, like the wires that came out of the door, you had to extend them. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to extend them. I just kept pulling on them and pulling on them. And you know what? Sometimes I'd close that door and those wires would bunch up like this, right? And it would just stick outside of the door. Oh my God, it was so embarrassing. I'd close the door and my wires are sticking out, man. Was it cool? 10 out of 10. It was up in the air, it looked beautiful. Put your car diagonally, throw the doors up in the air like that. Oh my gosh, it looked so beautiful. The convenience of it was just so, it just really wasn't an efficient way to get back in the car. I mean, your doors are made to open a certain way from the get-go. Would I do it again? You know what? I would just rather get a door that opens up. Have you ever seen a Toyota Serra? I always loved one of those. How about one of those Koenigsegg's? Might as well just get the car with the door and you don't have to do the door kit no more. Whew, parked back at home. There's one more question I do want to address. Does it get a lot of attention? It actually did. I was one of the first people to have it in Washington. I couldn't even find good instructions on this. I only found a guy just doing it and not really explaining how to do it. It was really frustrating trying to figure all this out, but at the same time it was actually pretty simple after you figure out the concept of how these hinges are installed. I remember all the time, like I'd go into the gas station, or you know, I'd pull off to the side, take pictures. I would garner so much attention. Yes, if you're an attention grabber, I would definitely recommend you guys to go grab that. If you're willing to put up with all that hassle and tassel, putting it up in the air, throwing it back down again, I'd say go for it. Everybody has their own unique taste, and that's what makes us so special. And the cool thing is, the more differences we have between each other, as we talk, the more similarities we find within each other too. So anyways, you guys, thank you so much for watching everything. Like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thanks again so much for supporting me. If there's something else you want to watch or anything you want to inquire about, just let me know and I will definitely get back to you guys as soon as possible. Thank you so much again for watching me, you guys. GT Charlie out. Peace.